What up, family? Get a news reporter, Mary Dash 20, Mary Lee. Today is Tricky Tuesday in my city, Chicago, March the 22nd, 2022. All right, let's talk about competition, trolls, and copycats. In the entertainment industry and just on the regular job, I know everybody could probably relate to somebody on their job stealing their swag, bucking for your position or your raise or whatever the case may be. Now, people come in my city, Chicago, from all around the world, especially when they know the getting is good, or they done heard through the grapevine that, it's sweet. At least that's what they think. And, they say real bad boys and girls move in silence. Now, you got people that came before me that's older than me, but not necessarily grew up with me in the community, or I never seen them. They probably was off in the distance, laying low, waiting for real people such as myself, Mary Lee, your ghetto news reporter and originator of rap music since the age of 8 in 1975. And of course, I was in the Chicago Sun-Times newspaper at the age of 6 in 1973 for standing up for myself because mean people, mean-spirited people taking advantage of me and doing the worst and the most. And, I just couldn't take it no more at the age of 6. And, God helped those who help themselves. Now, they put me in the Chicago Sun-Times newspaper, like I said, at the age of 6 in 1973. Somebody has that article, but of course, people like to wait until you die to bring out all the ammunition and try to get paid off you one last time, because I knew in 1995 when I told them, I already know I'm worth more dead than I am alive. When I gave my voice to 3 cassette tapes plus the Martin Luther King, a.k.a. Michael Luther King, because that's his name, Michael Luther King Jr., I Have a Dream speech, but somebody by the name of Archibald Carey Jr. supposed to have came up with a similar I Have a Dream speech, and Michael, a.k.a. Martin Luther King Jr., was supposed to have been said like he plagiarized it from Archibald Carey Jr. So who says what is and what ain't? But we all know everybody copies from one another. But when you steal a person's whole legacy, you understand, great minds think alike. Okay, I give a person that, because you have a conversation with somebody and you say something at the same time and they say, you stole the words right out of my mouth. And if you hang around long enough, a person, you start to think like them and stuff. And that's where the saying, great minds, think alike. And if you read people's writings, you gotta understand how that person think, or if you listen to music or whatever the case may be, or just watch their behavior, TV patterns, you about can figure out what they gonna do, you know what I'm saying? But I have yet to really show my authentic personality because people are trying to keep me boxed in and, fit for whatever ideas they have for me, I guess, after I'm dead and gone, which is not going to manifest to anything because I'm not going to give them that opportunity to bank off of me one more time when I have got nothing out the deal as far as me being the originator of rap music and, a writer and a person who has inspired all the greats and a lot of people that's invaded my city today, which is March 22nd, 2022. Now, I don't know if the people who surrounded themselves with me growing up were related or just gold diggers. Either way, they're not around to help me now, and they hindered me more so than anything. Now, I was at an AA meeting in 2016 on Mother's Day, May 8th, and I was railroaded out the Mustard Seed AA meeting in my city, Chicago, on North Avenue. And, you know, I quit smoking in 2000. My mother, Mary Lee Wright, you know, she was a smoker. She smoked cigarettes. But, you know, I say a gift is from God and surprise would kill you. Now, when I met her before, you know, for the first time or whatever and stuff, you know, because I was a child abuse victim and a foster child, you know, I never really known her to smoke. You understand? I never really seen her with a cigarette. But when I went to Belmore nursing home because the spirit came over me and I was like, leave my mother alone. And this, I think, was in 2000 before they said she died. You know, I rubbed her feet and, you know, I tried to give her some comfort or whatever. I never really was close to her, but the spirit told me to, you know, just kind of sit with her or whatever and stuff because she was in a nursing home. And, you know, I did that and I rubbed her feet. And then the next time I saw her, she had a trach in her throat. And my older sister, who's supposed to be my sister, Linda Nelson, and my so-called brother, Emmanuel Davis, you know, was in the room with me and my mother at the time. And, you know, I couldn't understand because I'm the baby. My name is Mary Lee. I'm a dash between Mary and Lee because I don't trust even my mother. I hate to say that, but, you know, my mother's name was Mary Lee Wright. And they said she died March 23rd of 2000. But why was her name Mary Lee Wright and mine's Mary Lee Davis? See, I always thought it was something about that. And the fact that my older sister, Linda Nelson, was a RN nurse at Michael Reese Hospital and a gold digger, and my so-called brother was on drugs, heroin, and, you know, she was always telling me, my mother, Mary Lee Wright, that, you know, my so-called brother, Emmanuel, was stealing her Social Security checks. And I know both Emmanuel and my so-called older sister, Linda Nelson, are gold diggers. And the whole family, for the most part, including my mother, 9 times out of 10, for a bunch, enough money, and me being the originator of rap and the baby of the bunch, and of course, you know, the breadwinner, you know, of course they would come up with a scheme or whatever and stuff. So I'm at her bedside at the nursing home, and, you know, my brother, allegedly my brother, Emmanuel, gave my mother a cigarette. I said, hey, don't give her that cigarette. You know, because by this time, you know, I was still smoking, but I knew that wasn't right because I was going to be a, you know, nurse also. But all I learned was how to make my bed because I figured I was going to be like my mother when I saw her as a little girl. I said, I'm going to grow up and they're going to probably do me the same way. And sure enough, that's what they're trying to do. But I'm resilient. You understand what I'm saying? I don't drink, drugs, smoke, or fornicate because, you know, I just have this will to live. And because of that, you know, in 2016, somebody, you know, did me dirty and put me on the 1st District Police Station floor, had me sleeping on the floor on Mother's Day, May 8th of 2016, because I was staying sober with 19 years of sobriety, even though they had made me homeless May 31st, 2008. In Rogers Park on Devon and Clark, pulled me over for tinted windows because somebody was jealous because I was giving my book, Rhymes, Poems, and Metaphors +1 song away to the public, letting people know that I was a child abuse victim. I overcame a lot of adversities in my life, and I inspired a lot of people like Oprah Winfrey, Barack Obama, you know, probably you, viewer. And to look at me, you're probably like, oh, you don't look like much to me. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that too. I take whatever you can give me, including a disrespectful compliment. It's better than nothing. They said bad news travel faster than, you know, good news, and that's why I give you the blues as much as I can. So make sure you pass this on also. Real talk. Long story short, you know, my mother, she smoked a cigarette, and I vowed right then and there from the look, the hole in her throat, and her smoking a cigarette, it just didn't make sense. And I started smoking cigarettes when I was about 9 years old, and they were 65 cents a pack. Okay, now they're almost $20 and stuff. And I vowed, I said, I'm gonna stop before they get $5. And I asked my higher power, May, if I could stop smoking for my birthday, May 25th of 2000, because by that time my mother, Mary Lee Wright, supposedly had died. March 23rd of 2000, which would be tomorrow. But if you in China, today is March the 23rd of 2022. Long story short, come May 25th of this year, 2022, I have, think about it, 22 years of not smoking, but every time I turn around, somebody's blowing smoke in my face. Now, this is where the competition comes in at it. I noticed that James Baldwin, who was a gay black guy in America or whatever and stuff, they're starting to pump him up. And in 2016, he came out with a movie, I Am Not Your Negro. You understand what I'm saying? Now, he's supposed to have died a long time ago. A lot of people tap out. I don't believe everybody says dead is dead. I don't believe it. But while his movie was coming out making $7 million, I was fighting for my life in 2016, on a psych ward because somebody was hating. And they gave me cancer. You understand what I'm saying? They stuck me with needles for 6 months, at least once a month. They would shoot me knowing I don't drink, drug, or smoke. And I told them I don't drink, drug, or smoke. You don't have to shoot me with them needles. And they wanted me to rebel, and they was really trying to kill me. So right now, I have cancer because probably James Baldwin and his people wanted to be somebody and wanted to upstage me and kill me. And he's a gay guy, and gay guys just don't like me for some reason. And I don't care about that. I was just on the bus the other day, and this black guy, gay guy, went hard on me because, him and his friend got on the bus, and the cigarette was lit. I said, oh, here they go smoking again, because secondhand smoke kill you quicker than a person that's smoking. You understand what I'm saying? And the bus driver hadn't said nothing. And that's all I said was, here they go smoking. And the guy who wasn't smoking, went hard and stuff. Gay guy. They both was gay, I guess. But he was definitely flaming gay. And he snapped, and you are a girl, you ain't no man. And, you trying to be a man. I said, I just looked at him and stuff. And then somebody just told me to be quiet, don't say much. And he just rant. And then I looked at him, and he had a big purse. I said, you're the one trying to be a girl. You understand what I'm saying? I do this, I do that. He just went hard doing the most and stuff, but not doing nothing. But, that just goes to show you that you can't always entertain silly people, because they say when two people are arguing, you'll never know who the fool is. You understand what I'm saying? But I shut him down right then and there. So James Baldwin and your people, and James Baldwin, if you're still alive, you tried to kill me because you, couldn't upstage me and stuff, for real. And my writings are off the chain, and I know a writer writes and stuff. But one thing about real writers, they don't have to smoke in order to get their point across. You understand what I'm saying? For real. And only a person that really smokes is a person that, is running from something or is the devil. You understand? Now, I might look like a man, but I'm not a man. And like I said, I don't drink, drug, smoke, or fornicate. And my sobriety, I still have 25 years of sobriety and 22 years of not smoking cigarettes, no matter how much you blow smoke in my face. If my mama did pass away, I'm here to tell you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm still here. And if I die, we all die. So you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. All my gay guys out there who just don't like me for some reason or another. Is it because I'm more man than you are? Or is it because I just look better as a man and I'm a girl? Or is it just hot in the pants for me? Which one is it? Either way, I'm not your Negro, and I'm definitely not your bitch. So, suck a dick and die. And with that, this will get a news reporter, Mary Daz, 20 Mary and Lee. I don't take away nothing from people who really put the work in. But when you cheat to try to beat me, you only get caught. Creep. Peace.